Radiant team ban.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to ESL One Hamburg. Got the South American qualifying matches as Infamous are going to take on Team Taka, Game 2. Infamous with a one-game lead. It was an interesting Game 1. Lots of throwy plays, lots of even more throwy plays on the other side, and ultimately Infamous came out ahead, and that's really all that matters. We'll see what happens now in the Game 2 draft, although I'm feeling that AA. I'm Mike Lewis, going to be joined by Kefka. Dude, how you holding up?
I'm doing pretty okay. It's a bit late and my throat is getting quite sore, yeah. But I'm hoping for some more detection this game, if there's any Indies heroes, so I don't have to sit there and facepalm so much.
Oh, okay, well, I'll be there to facepalm in case you don't feel like doing it any longer. I mean, at this point, Team Taka, it's pretty obvious who's supposed to have the detection as they pick up both a Batrider and a Silencer up against that Nature's Prophet first pick from the Infamous side. A decent amount of split push for sure coming out from Team Taka in the last game, but this duo of heroes for Team Taka, really initiation heavy, and of course, pretty darn good at handling that Nature's Prophet in the mid-late game stages. We'll see what Infamous are going to get in response here. Silencer is not the easiest hero to play around. Batrider as well, you certainly have your counters, but you, for Infamous, would probably just not want to pick up like a Void type hero again. They got to go for those, more expendable, throw them out and see what happens type spells.
A great combo with the Battery Silencer against most. And I don't think we'll see a Void. Like you mentioned, like I said, it was bad. I think Void safe lane against Prophet is not good. So last game where he struggled a lot, had a decent comeback at least, but in the lane phase it's bad, and Batrider Silence is super good against Void as well. Shaker picked up, which is okay. The hero is always great. And, specifically against Batrider Silencer, he's not the best. I would have honestly as Spearbreaker was banned, so there was not that choice. So I think Earthshaker was probably the best option.
Yeah, as you said, Earthshaker is very rarely going to be just a bad pick. At worst, he's going to be mediocre, and it seems like this game, he's just going to be a little bit of stunning action for Infamous. You do need to have those stuns up against the Batrider, and when you pick up a Nature's Prophet, mostly towards offlane scenarios, you run the risk of being a little bit short in the initiation department unless you want to pick up a puck, which is still in the pool, by the way, so maybe keep our eyes open for that one. But for Infamous to grab this Shaker is, I think it's a pretty good vote of confidence for Stinger. Played a pretty good Shaker in the last game. He was able to land the stuns when it mattered, and that is really all it came down to. So I'll be more than happy to give Stinger that Shaker first phase pick one more time. We have Oracle banned out, as Taka are going to try to protect their Batrider just a little bit. We haven't really seen that much Oracle in response to Batrider. I guess it still works, but you can always just global silence on your initiation in.
Yeah, I don't think Oracle really needed to be banned for a reason like that you're scared of it against. I guess, I don't know. I don't think it's really ban worth it when you have this combo. And I think maybe you should just ban something else, but on the same time you kind of keep if you don't want to ban like mid heroes or carries because you want to be able to pick them up themselves, you might as well ban something like that. And I think they will pick up their fourth now, which could be
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe something like a Clockwork could be good. Is Nick still in the pool?
5 seconds remaining.
So that could be a pick as well. It's pretty good against both of the Infamous heroes.
Unlike the last game, won't really have any stun setups, but still that doesn't mean Nick Assassin is not a good pick. they could definitely still go for that hero. Bounty Hunter is a hero we've seen teams mix it up with quite often, but it is going to be the Clockwork. I think the couple of big reasons why you pick up Clockwork over those other heroes. Obviously, you get the vision up against Nature's Prophet, the ability to initiate, and if you're able to capture that Shaker in the cogs, he has no way to save himself from that. So Taka now super initiation heavy, and Infamous, I mean, only with an Earthshaker to kind of respond to it is not all that impressive. So vision for Infamous is going to be at an ultra premium.
I like the Clockwork a bit more than Nyx, but it's like harder to play. You need to be a bit more experienced with a Clockwork, I think. And Disruptor gonna be the pick, which is a very solid position 5. Not really anything more about it. It's not necessarily great against Battle Clockwork. Like Glimpse is good, but it's not insane either. Because generally against a Clockwork, he doesn't really care because he gets out of it and he got the initiation off. And Batrad generally gets the Link Lasso and Drag before the Glimpse actually takes effect. But there, he's still kind of good. He's also very good in lane. And Team Taka has to choose their hero now. They have lost pick, so you generally want your to pick your mid. So either you pick your carry or a hero that can do both. And I guess Prophet you want like a hero like Sven or PL. Yeah, it's gonna be the Sven. So Sven and PL are the most two common carries against Lich Prophet. And they had a response prepared. They were relatively confident in the Sven pick, I guess. And I haven't really thought about Ember Spirit being good against Sven, but it makes a lot of sense now that I see it.
Yeah, the Sven is usually even sometimes banned out when a team picks up Nature's Prophet, just because Sven is just so good up against that hero. But the Ember Spirit immediately in response here for the Infamous side is definitely one of Leo Styles' better heroes. He's great at the Ember and the Storm. So gotta watch out for that, but definitely a difficult hero to gank if you're Clockwork, if you're Silencer.
They had a full response. They as soon as they picked Disruptor, they knew the Sven was gonna come out, and then they had Ember Life Stealer ready. So that's super confident drafting, and very rare that you see it that confident. I guess they're up 1-0, so they're feeling extra confident because of that. They probably feel like they are the better team, etc. And Team Taka, what is their solution?
Mid versus Ember? You could just go for like something like a Viper. No, he's not. You can't use Band. Yeah. I guess that's not a possibility.
I feel like they thought they knew they should be their heroes though. There's potentially something like a Razor.
OD.
OD's okay. I think it depends a lot on the player. I haven't seen a lot of OD lately.
It does seem like it's just occasionally thrown in there from time to time.
I wonder if you can go like Tinker or Storm. Storm is hard, I guess.
Razor is the pick. 2 Razors in as many games.
This was
I
think Team Taka maybe drafted a bit obvious. I feel like I guessed most heroes, which is like not always good. You know, when it's too obvious, it's not good.
That Sven's pose, by the way.
Yeah, that was a pretty sick
badass, man. Badass combo right there. But the Razor, the pick, of course, a nice hero to have versus the Life Stealer. Make sure that you limit his effectiveness in lane, and it's always going to be that laning hero. But the really weird thing is that Team Taka, or not weird thing, I guess, but a little bit of a twist here is that Team Taka are going to give Masha the Sven, usually the mid lane player, and I Hate Anime. He played Bloodseeker last time, is going to be handling the Razor, so we may be seeing a little bit of a lane switcheroo here, depending on really what they're ready to commit to. Razor's going to be pretty difficult for Infamous to deal with. There's some answers, a lot of terrain manipulation here for Infamous in their first 3 picks, so just barricading the Razor away from your allies certainly is a viable way to go. But yeah, I feel like this Sven, as good as he is up against the Nature's Prophet, really needs to get that BKB fast. Like if he's not able to do that, there's just way too much control on the other end, and then you can't do anything. Like even if you do get the lasso initiation, there's still no guarantee that you actually get those kills because of how much control Infamous have.
Yeah, it's up a lot to, I think, the other cores, if they can follow up even through the heavy lockdown from Infamous. I think BKB, Sven, and hopefully a relatively farmed Razor is the key. And also, if Clockwork can get really good counter initiation, maybe at the same time as Batrider jumps or something like a Lotus to remove global, that's like a really strong way to counter. And Batrider is gonna do this flying stuff, but Infamous knows about it, or like I think they've seen him do this before, so they're kind of prepping. I feel like this is probably gonna be hard for Shadowburn to pull off properly.
Even if he does try to jack the rune there, like open wounds and glimpse and fissure.
Yeah. Knight is really strong against Batrider in this scenario.
Still searching.
And, yeah.
And he's gonna see some cut trees.
He shouldn't go in. He shouldn't go. He should wait here and make his support come, I think. Or they're going for a steal. Okay.
He actually didn't see Shadowburn. Now he does. Contact has been made. Firefly will get the Batrider out of here. Now that the Batrider is off map for quite a long time now, and they're gonna find the Clockwork. That's not really here they can really tango with because of those cogs. They get a cog kill. Yeah, Shaker, look at all that last hit value. They're gonna block the Razor, but the Clockwork is still there to get the block. So
yeah,
ultimately, I like the idea, but execution leaves a little bit to be desired. And Shadowburn, he does have a tango. He's gonna chop through here. Lifestealer is gonna immediately pick up open wounds. Start slowing down the Batrider. Let's see how much damage he can actually do. His backup is very close by. Shadowburn is going to be hit with a fissure at least. Kinetic field goes up as well, and you can't fly over that, even though it may look like it. Dies to the Lifestealer over the fissure because reasons. And that's going to be Shadowburn punished for making that aggressive pull play. That is super unfortunate, but that's just what happened.
He's gonna miss because he can't afford the TP, he's gonna miss these creeps that might have made the entire deal worth it. So that's pretty rough. And on safe lane for Team Taka, they have the Sven, which is gonna do great against the Prophet. And mid lane is probably gonna be fine, because the Disruptor skilled kinetic field. That's not what you want when you try and do this kind of stuff. Probably gonna punish hurt Ember relative amount. I guess it was even. I just think maybe they should have tried and drop out that TP for Batrider, and that would have been pretty good for Team Taka overall, honestly.
The style is very, very comfortable on this Ember Spirit, but only so much help can come. Usually you're gonna have a Thunderstrike at level 1 on the Disruptor. It actually does do quite a bit of damage for a spell, and Shadowburn this time is going to escape the field. I'm not really sure if that would have been a kill, even if he was caught there, but either way, is going to be fine. Looks like Fissure was deployed on the bottom lane as well to not really much effectiveness. And this lane for the Razor is just so simple. Like, you're a ranged Razor going up against a melee hero. Really, any melee hero is not going to be beating you in lane, and with the Disruptor Shaker to rotate around, it doesn't really seem like they'll be able to punish this Razor. So Razor, unlike the Razor we saw in the earlier set, is probably going to have like one of the cleanest games possible. As long as Shadowburn has a decent time, I'm liking where Taka are standing. All their lanes should be doing okay. Again, this top lane, the only real mystery.
Yeah, Shadowburn should probably not lane for too long. I think he should stack and farm jungle now. Lifestealer +1 is super hard lane for a Batrider. And I do think he should focus on stacking and farming, because Disruptor can't rotate properly, you know, he went to kinetic field, and so he can't like zone the Razor and stuff like that. So I think Batrider can rotate out without feeling that his mid is gonna be put at risk because of it.
18 CS for the Razor versus the only 9 for the Ember Spirit.
Oh, he's not stacking on Bat. That's a report right there.
I wonder if anyone is actually going to report their Batrider for not stacking. Maybe now that you guys are aware of it, gotta watch out so you can get that report in. But, you know, Batrider not doing too well is, yeah, it's not great for him, obviously, but they're doing so well in these other 2 lanes that I think they're going to be completely okay with that. Like, Stinger is going to be constantly bodied by PTT. You can never really get close to this Clockwork.
No. Oh, never mind. Disruptor didn't skill glimpse, he couldn't. Oh, is he dead?
He has a field.
No, he's not dead. I think Batra. Oh, no, Lifesteal is 10 HP. He's not. Lifesteal is probably not dying, but
Shadowburn might kill both. Ayano has a lot of napalm on him. Shadowburn needs a couple more seconds. Is gonna get the disruptor.
God. Can he go for the kill?
Nature's Prophet is teleporting in. They're looking to cut him off.
He did.
And they got him. Oh, Treant body block also. Sick. Still worth it for Shadowburn though.
Yeah, I think it's an even trade overall, but Prophet loses control of bottom lane. He has the jungle now, which is fine for him, but it means Sven is gonna get a bit more extra gold than he normally would. Oh, can he catch Disruptor?
Field cogs, they got him! Wow, Ayano is in a lot of trouble. Nature's Prophet is going to teleport in the good old-fashioned way, and now they're going to start splitting the battery assault, but already there's too much damage. Clockwork does have boots. There's a Sprout here for Pepita, but there's also one more Tango for the Clockwork, so the Sprout actually going to be countered by the Cogs. Actually, no! Gets walled off by the Treants! Pepita with a 2-kill across the map, and he's going to swag on back to bottom lane with his fresh new phase boots. Over in the mid lane though, Leo Styles' lane is still hell.
All 3 lost kills are like all equal, like nothing especially happened. People just died and got a kills, but it like, or even trades overall. I think Batrider needs to not go to top lane anymore though. I think he that's the second time he could have been stacking now. So I think he should have had a double stack at least, and he has nothing. I think that's a pretty big Batrider mistake. Like, seems like he's not comfortable with the hero when I see this stuff.
He's not comfortable enough to poke in and start fireflying the waves down. So he's gonna get away with that. Sven in the meantime, bottom lane, it's at a pretty clean time, not really going up against that many heroes, although they've been a lot of heroes hanging around, they've been rotating in and out pretty rapidly, so CS wise he's doing fantastically. And at this point the question is, I guess, for Infamous, what do they do with Leo Style to actually get him back in the game? I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up the Iron Talon, but he just now picks up that bottle. So that is extremely, extremely delayed versus what the Razor is working with. This Razor is going to be an absolute monster, and you know, Lifestealer's, I guess, okay at trying to deal with that Razor, but that's only if he's not the one who's going to get linked. If he gets linked, Infamous don't have an answer to this Razor.
I don't think it's a problem because he can jungle, and Razor is not pressuring tower. The issue that could happen is if this tower, mid tower, is getting killed, you know, then it's an issue that he can't really do anything about it. Oh, bottom lane.
There's gonna teleport in. Silencer has no tangos, and he will go down. Another kill for Pepita. He's gonna get a couple of orb effects. Yes, they do stack. And looks like phase drums is the build. That's probably the most common build we've seen coming out of the Nature's Prophets nowadays, at least from this region of the world. Just interested in getting a lot of aggressive rotations, getting cost-effective stats, and drums is pretty much some of the most cost-effective stats you're ever going to find, so Nature's Prophet may be able to just get this Ember Spirit back into the game by just being super jacked.
Ooh, Batrider got a double stack off. Oh my god, that's impressive.
Nice. Timings there are really thin.
That's the mini comeback right there. But it's been 6 kills so far. I feel like none of them have like means anything. Like all the kills, like they killed the silencer, but there's 4 people on him. Like who cares if 4 people is gonna kill a silencer? No one, like it doesn't matter. And like most of the kills are like this. It's just been like to both sides.
Looking for the mid lane though. Sprout's gonna catch a Razor, field onto 2 as well as the Fissure. Leo Styles losing a lot of damage here, and he's gonna have to jump out. He will dodge the Razor's attack. Tower shot won't kill because of the bottle, but I Hate Anime stole 94 damage, turns around for a stinger kill on the Shaker. Plaza Field will not kill off Pepita, but the field goes up. And I like the idea from Infamous killing off the Razor. That's something that they have to, you know, kind of not forget about. This guy's a monster. You got to slow him down. You got to get Leo Style back in the game, but just not with the right heroes to do it, not with enough damage just yet. And Razor's going to turn around and get a pretty easy kill for himself. Shadowburn, in the meantime, is stacking up some of the enemy creeps and is doing so freely. Level 7 now, as he's building his own drums. This is looking pretty good for the Radiant side, I gotta say. Like, the Sven hasn't even started playing the game, but he does have the Mask of Madness He's going to be
Yeah,
skyrocketing in farm.
His farm is gonna get intense now. And that was so close because Leo Style bottled up, and just as he got mana for Fire Remnant, he realized he needed to get out. But if he he could have double Remnant the Razor and used the third one to get out. He would have gotten a kills and gotten out as well. So, but that's a super high level play. Like only mid one does that kind of play like that well.
That's not saying that Leo Style's bad. He's just not mid one. There are very few people who are in fact mid one. Very few.
I mean, on Ember, I feel like he's the world's best Ember player by a pretty relatively big margin.
I mean, easily in the top 3. Definitely debatable for the top 1. Pretty easily debatable as well. But you know what? Leo Style may not be a mid one, but he still can get a little bit of farm here as he does have that Iron Talent up. Helps him clear out these jungle camps just a little bit more rapidly. TP's back, bouncing back and forth between the base and the jungle. He's gonna give Stinger a little bit of experience, pushing towards that level 6 mark. Still no real pressure though, going towards either the Sven or the Razor. Sven is a hero that they can kill off, if not for the fact that he was leaving the lane.
Oh, that's a good play by the Sven. I don't know if that's... I'm expecting that to be calculated, so to speak.
We'll find Silencer instead. He's going to not even get the rune. Feels bad, man. Blair comes in. There's no hook shot, though.
Oh, Sven, though. He is getting some nice money. Is the other range? Oh my god, the other range is tight. And the thing is, Infamous has no way to clear it, so they can't do anything about it. Sven can take it whenever he wants.
They do see it though, for Infamous. This Observer Ward is gonna see when the stack is being claimed, and I want to say they probably saw the stack as well, though I'm not 100% sure on that. They'll root down the Batrider off to the side. No Static Storm though, so the amount of damage that's being dealt to that Batrider pretty much inconsequential. Gonna dive in onto Ayano. He's gonna glimpse back. I hit anime, but still the Batrider overhead. One more right click is gonna do him in. Stinger cannot slow down to cast the Fisher because of the clockwork on his ass, and it will be a Disruptor kill. Again, another one of those heroes that just isn't really going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Let's look at the net worth to get more evidence of that. We'll take down the tower as well. Over in the bottom lane, tower was already pushed. Lifestealer does have the armlet, but Sven still is just power farming his ass off.
Oh, this is a good attempt at a gank at least.
They get him. He has a Quelling Blade, open wounds. It's available. He's getting body blocks, and they don't even need it. Now here comes Leo Style as well. A 3-man stun though, cast by Masha. As the Batrider now is going to jump in for the Batrider, but another Infamous hero shows up. They do kill off the Sven. They will lose Pepita for it. Shadowburn looking for a little bit more as Leo Style has to disengage, does not have any more mana left. This Lifestealer as well looking for a target. Will find the Batrider. There is vision. They have a glimpse. And he will be now in a little bit of trouble. Flame breaks back. Is there another remnant for this Ember? There is just one, but at this point you gotta assume the backup is coming in. So he's not really sure if he should commit. And ultimately, it's just a 1-for-1. Everyone rotates in, but Sven going down is a big
to the Ancient now, I think. They can't... I think he just cleared the Ancient, and he's like... I died, but I created enough space for myself to get this for free, it seems like. Can they go for it? No, there's no way they can contest him, I think. Haste on Ember though.
God's Strength is going to be used, and the stack will almost entirely be cleared out by Masha. The Shrine is there. They're going to try to battle through it. Masha has no backup. Coming in slowly is the Silencer. It's too late. Sven gets all the gold, but he does die for a second time, and the experience is split, I want to say, entirely between the Sven and the Lifestealer. So I think for Infamous, that's close to a perfect scenario as far as how they deal with that stack.
Yeah, that was best case for Infamous. They are also pressuring this bottom tower, so Sven is not too unhappy about it because he got a ton of gold and he used all the gold, but Infamous kind of collected something out of it. They got their share,
Tower definitely going to push things, at least as far as that exchange is concerned, into the advantage of Infamous. But still, we haven't really seen the big threats come up from the Taka side. We got Clockwork now with a fresh level 6. Batrider is very close to having that Blink Dagger, and it's actually going to see a Lifestealer. There is a Razor coming in. You got a TP. Oh, hookshot. And the cogs, he has to now invest into one of these ancients. Can't quite get there in time. So much damage from the Razor.
Oh, now Disruptor. Do you have any catch? Batrider has...
Lasso. It's too far.
Yeah.
But that kill on the Lifestealer pretty much makes those losses of the Sven ultimately kind of balance out there. Does have the pretty classic Madness Echo Saber. Gonna go straight for Blink Dagger. Yeah, these initiation tools are coming up in spades here. They will also take down Stinger. At least Shadowburn will by himself. Drums, Batrider. Very easy to kill off someone like a Shaker.
He's gonna be able to pick out the Blink because of that solo kill, and Shaker is relatively far away from the Blink. And Prophet is having 3 observer wards on him, so this is interesting and good, I'd say, to an extent. Maybe not having 3 is a bit too much. But still, playing Prophet like this is a bit underrated, to like have wards and place them, because you can place them really good places. Already made Silencer waste a sentry.
We also saw the Clockwork move in. They have a Leo style Lifestealer grenade. And Cogs will be a little bit too late to come up. Lifestealer is deciding not to pop out just yet. They're going to try to give this one to Leo style. Another set of bolas, and they will take it. Eventually, there you go. Now here comes Shadowburn. Now Shadowburn is not going to expect a Lifestealer here because, you know, who honestly saves the Lifestealer bomb?
I think this could be a really good bait. Yeah, Glimpse. I think Shadowburn is dead actually.
Glimpse. There's no vision. They don't see him.
A bit slow.
It's unfortunate. Ayano was trying to greed out there, just giving the Ember more time to get that regeneration, and ultimately they let the Batrider slip away.
Poor stuff on Razor against Sprout mainly, but still, it's kind of a weird item to deserve.
Stinger trying to initiate onto Iron Anime. Echo Slam does quite a bit of damage here, and they will initiate onto the Silencer instead. He doesn't have the mana for that global silence, but he is going to escape and will be just fine. And now it's the Lifestealer who's in a little bit of trouble. He has the armlet to try to run away. Batrider, though, is going to have a fresh ultimate with the global silence, ensures the Lifestealer kill. From the back, Leo Style is going to see a Sven, does not want to tango with him. It's going to be Taka taking a really, really big engagement. This Razor again.
Oh, don't go Roche, dude. No. What? There's no way this is gonna be a good play.
Razor doesn't have any damage stolen. They're running out of God Strength. And they don't have a global silence. They don't have a Batrider ultimate.
Oh, people are like, oh, this is 2 years ago when Roche is killable. But Team Taka is playing really well right now, and Infamous maybe needs to kind of calm down a bit and try and get these aggressive wards and slowly take down towers. For example, Nature Prophet is here that's really good at getting the tier 1 mid tower for free, while he just keeps behind something, puts a true chance and sends them on, and after 2 times the tower is dead. And then you get like map control slowly. He's good at that, and I think they should try and abuse it. Mid lane, Ember is in a bit of a danger zone if they have backup. I think that was a... I think they should have gone on that. Maybe they didn't see anyone was behind, but I think they definitely could have killed him with... Oh, Lasso was put on. My bad.
Yeah. No Lasso, Blink Dagger on Sven. Just 100 gold away until he has that one. Yeah, next time that happens, for sure they're going to have a Lasso or at least some tool. But you can't walk into an Ember Spirit without those tools, so gotta wait for it this time. Pepita does have that Maelstrom up, going for a very split pushy type build, which would be fine if not for the fact that he's so countered in this game. Batrider already 5-2 and 3. The Clockwork has that hook shot. I do think can probably solo kill a Nature's Prophet, or at least make it very stressful for the Nature's Prophet with the hook shot in. Of course, Sven. With that Blink Dagger right around the corner, so Pepita may be forced into this type of game state, and as you said, like, Infamous do have a lot of ways of controlling the map on a global scale, but Taka have so many answers on a global scale, so it's like, who's actually going to perform better? That's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna see teamfights being centered around global, as in Team Taka winning when global is off CD, while Infamous tries and find picks when it's on CD. But for now, I think it's gonna be calm for a few more minutes at least.
Actually, Stinger is almost at his Blink Dagger as well. It's not really the fastest Blink Dagger we've ever seen on a Shaker, but it's still a reasonable timing considering how many times he's died and how few opportunities there are on the map for Earthshaker to set up for some nice kills. So Blink Echo Slam can certainly turn things around. We also have a fresh Static Storm. I don't think Ayano has really deployed that one yet. Pretty sure it was just recently picked up. So, you know, we haven't really seen the full extent of Infamous's team fight, but again, it is so hard for them to actually get initiation off on someone, even with the Blink Daggers, even with level 3 Glimpse. It's, you have to get initiation on someone through Global Silence, and that someone has to be at least killable. Batrider, Sven, Razor, these are all really difficult heroes to kill off at this point. So, like, a pick off on Silencer? Again, who cares? Silencer is not really the big issue here.
Yeah, especially the cores are hard to kill. I mean, Razor and Sven are like unkillable. Clockwork is also relatively hard. He hasn't picked up his 4-step. He's not doing amazing, but if he gets a 4-step, he becomes super hard to kill instantly. Batrider is surprisingly tanky as well, actually.
Yeah, it's the drum build. He has a lot of strength.
Yeah, he has
more strength growth than intelligence.
Yeah.
That's an intelligence hero for you right there, and he doesn't have the extra armor, which would have actually been quite nice here, but still, I mean, as far as tankability goes, Taka, they have to get hit with a 5-man everything if that fight is going to be convincing for the Infamous side. I mean, the Lifestealer does have the armlet, but just now picks up a Yasha. Probably an S&Y build for the Lifestealer. Manta Style is good up against the Silencer, so we may consider that, but that's not even that great.
I mean, I think Manta Lifesteal is good, but I don't think you go with this early. Like, then you would have gone something else and then pick it up later. I think if you get Yasha this early, you're looking for Sanch Yasha. Razor isn't too strong yet, so I think there's a good timing now though. I mean, Sven is picking up the blink in a few seconds, so the timing is not really there, but Razor is kind of mediocre right now as a hero. He's not really... he has high net worth, but doesn't have insane impact. And the same is for Sven, but with his blink coming up, he is relatively strong. And,
it just matters, like, who initiates on the Razor and how easy is it for the Razor to static link a Lifestealer. Like, that's really where the valuable Razor comes in. It's if he's not able to static link a Lifestealer with Ember Spirit beating down with a couple spells thrown in, and he's dead. Even with that 4-staff, he's dead, but static link the right guy, and
there we go, he's back.
You just win instantly. Even with this movement speed from the Lifestealer, you can't escape a Razor. 417 movement speed versus 388. I think with Phase Boots, Lifestealer may have just enough, but here we go. We got the Nature's Prophet back, and well, this is going to get a little bit more difficult here for Infamous, as the Blink Dagger is, yeah, we'll call it up for the Sven as he's going to clear these out.
Razor is looking for a pike next. It's a counter against kinetic field. You can pike out of it. However, the lifesteal is used with rage, so it's hard for you to pike someone. Get out of it. He's going for Sanchasa, that makes sense. Ember Spirit is picking up Yules in 200 gold. Can I kill the Ember?
Global Silence. And still, I mean, Hurricane Pike is still just a 4-staff, so open wounds on the Lifestealer, that Infest Bomb will have an answer from the Razor. He's able to push himself out of there, and then with his movement speed, hopefully get out entirely get out. For right now, we'll fall back. Both sides a little bit reserved. I do think it's about time for Team Taka to start thinking about how they're gonna make this play happen. There you go. Smoke up there. Was that a double smoke? Did I just see that?
Didn't catch it.
Well, either way, they're smoked. And they will find themselves hook shot in lasso. Oh, it's delayed! He's gonna slip out. And when you get hit with that hook shot, when you see those heroes come in, you're just mashing your button. You don't care.
I think Clockwork should have chilled a bit there. I don't think you should be the one initiating. I think it should always be the Batrider, because you can keep him locked down off the lasso.
That was God Strength used on the Sven. They could have guaranteed that. They thought it was in the bag, but they had Global Silence. They could have used that to, you know, maybe get a little bit more time to get those disables. But with that many heroes coming in with that many disables, you gotta assume that it's going to work. So Leo Style is going to get a pretty lucky break there. Wastes a lot of time for the Taka heroes, and so we have a equally aggressive smoke move here as Stinger, Ayano, and I'm pretty sure this is ESL Lifestealer will be wandering in. Only hero again is the Silencer. They will see someone farming some ogres. Smoke is going to be blown, and it will be Razor now revealed, although the Batrider overhead and the static link onto the Lifestealer is going to be cut very short now. Stuck in the Static Storm is going to need a lot of help, but I think we just right-clicks. All these Treants will straight kill off the Razor. Are you kidding me? Yes, they will with the Echo Slam as well, but now here comes the Sven. He's rooted, he can't attack anything. He will do literally no hits with that God Strength initial cast, and it will just be a 1-for-1 so far. Shaker has a blink out, and he will be clean dodging the hook shot as it comes in. That is a trade. Trading your Disruptor, your lowest net worth hero, for the enemy Razor, their second highest. That's some value, especially pulling out a Global Silence and a God Strength on top of that.
Oh, Clockwork.
Well, body blocks.
Oh, the Ember messed up. What is it?
Ember messed up again.
Yeah, he
still got the kill.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
That's what matters.
Oh, it's Sven jumping in, lands a hammer on Lifestealer, but this guy is an armlet. He doesn't really care about a measly hammer.
Yeah, he might die unless he's careful. He can just rage it off, yeah.
You can infest into one of these wizards. Suddenly have full HP.
Seems good.
Initiation from Taka, so strong on paper, so weak in practice, as now twice they failed to get their initiation off. That was such a slick position for that Razor to be caught in the middle of. Like, Fissure on one side of him, and then literally surrounded by Treants and creeps on the other side.
He messed up pretty bad. He used his Hurricane Pike on himself when he was in Canadian field, so he doesn't get out. He was stuck in there. He could have either used it, I think you can use it on creeps, right? I'm not sure now actually when I think about it. But he could have also held it until after Canadian field and then just forced that over the Fissure and got an out. And I'm pretty sure he would have survived. Or that Ember had to like commit deep and then probably him die.
Well, bottom lane, speaking about committing deep, it's the Sven who only has PTT near him, is also going to get randomly caught by that Fissure. Sven is going to pop God Strength, just go to town on the Ember Spirit with the Static Storm. They will have the kill with magic damage. PTT is still spotted with the chains now. With the glimpse off on the side, Shadowburn is going to get pulled back. How is this guy still alive? They do have the Razor right in the middle of everything. Static Link onto the Lifestealer. Damage is stacking up. He's at plus 100. He's going to jump to Leo Style, though. Safe in the body of the Ember Spirit. And now Shadowburn is overcommitted. Walled off and dropped. Oh, not dropped yet. Now dropped. Leo Style's not done yet. Pita's going to come in, snag the Silencer, and actually slip away from the Razor, who's still doing damage right now. Plus 203, but he's going to lose all of it. Suddenly, he's a mediocre hero once again. He's going to start stealing damage up against the Lifestealer, but a Fissure's going to come into the perfect timing. He's going to try to run away, but it's not going to happen. A full wipe as Infamous show up huge and show off their initiation power is superior to that of the Radiant. My god, that was some exchange.
I mean, I know why his nickname is Leo Style now, because he definitely was styling on them right there. He totally outplayed everyone, more or less there. And Sven is struggling. He's not doing damage, even though he's super farmed. And Razor is kind of getting kited. Backline kind of blinked in awkwardly as well. It was really weird. I didn't really see what happened in the backlines. I was mainly focusing on what Ember did.
That's just the game theory at work. If the hero is too tanky, just try to ignore him and take him to last. And for Infamous, they certainly did that very, very well. Still, this game is not something that Taka can't come back from. They have all this initiation power. They just have to find their opening. Now, things will get a lot more difficult once Leo Style completes up this Lincoln Sphere, which is going to be his next item selection. But if Infamous keep on finding these openings and keep on performing to this level, then this Razor, he's going to fall really far behind. He's already starting to fall behind. Hurricane Pike is great. BKB is great. These are all good things to have on the Razor, but if he's dying and if he's not getting enough CS compared to what the Infamous side is getting, and oh no, if Masha is going to get caught. Oh no, Ayano, he reveals himself, but they still have the Echo Slam, they still have the Chain Stun. And now there's no God Strength. The damage is going to be from Pepita. They caught him in the Sprout, he will chop his way through. And now it should be fine. The Glimpse back is going to bring him on the other side of the fissure, but he's going to blink right over and slaughter the Disruptor. Now Shadowburn going to jump forward, but Kelsapri's, there's no True Sight. And he cannot see Pepita. Now from the back, it's just a Lifestealer. What you doing, bro?
What?
Why? Well, Ember Spirit's here now, but he can't do it all by himself. He should be fine, though, to just leave, but they feed over a Lifesteal, which shouldn't have happened.
That was, I'm not sure what Lifesteal was doing. Did he have an Invis and ran up? I think he had an Invis at the start, but then, I don't know.
No, there's no Invis rune. He just walked up there.
That was really weird, really bizarre. That was pretty good bait by Sven, I think. I don't know if it was intentional bait though. It was pretty hard to tell, honestly. And, Ember is getting interesting build now. He has the Jules, which is a defensive item, and he's getting another defensive item. So his damage output is very low. Top lane.
Burn.
Kind of.
Oh, Leo Style actually has double damage when he's found a target. The Sprout is not really going to do 44 any favors, and he'll try to juke. Not even going to try to go for the neutral deny. Wrath of Nature will bounce through and snag the silencer. Pepita now on a killing spree is going to get back to base, and he'll be just fine. We got to make sure to hold those sentries, get some detection here. There's still no dust in the cloth. How do they not have detection for the Shadow Blade? How is this happening again? Oh no, they have it on Batrider. Okay, that's good enough, I suppose.
Yeah, as long as someone has it, I think Clockwork should probably generally have it on these heroes. And also, Prophet went Intelligence on 15. You know it's a bad Prophet game if you go Intelligence on level 15. Oh, mid lane?
Grab someone.
Do they have? Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Fisher!
Jump out!
No way! No way!
Oh, no,
what a godlike thought. It's such an easy play though, but it's so every time I see it, they just look so good.
Ember Spirit down immediately with the rest of that God Strength. They will walk into Roche.
Oh,
Global Silence is going to be up right about now.
That's a roll. That's a what a pick off though. That's
Shot.
Such a valuable.
Catches Pepita.
Are they gonna kill
there is True Sight. Look at that. Pepita now is in a lot of trouble. Gets bumped back the other side of the cogs, so he gets double
what
flushed.
a play. Honestly, getting Roche and the kill. Or is Shaker has something to say about it maybe?
There's no creeps here.
Oh, Clockwork, is he blocking the hook? He is not.
Stinger is gonna jump in, Echo Slam, looking for the steal, but ends up getting silenced. Is still gonna jack the Aegis and slide over the edge. Will lose his life twice.
Well. It was not snatch. Oh my god, this game.
Worth it, man.
Meanwhile, Lifestealer got like BK gold, just farming while everyone else was fighting. I mean, that was game saving. I think this game was looking to be really bad for Infamous, and then the Shaker clutching.
Taking the Aegis is one thing, but he also just got the last hit on Roshan, so a lot of extra cash for them. And as you said, Lifestealer, he knew exactly where everyone was, so he knew exactly where the safe areas were to farm, and is going to now stare down the barrel of that Desolator, still just short of it. Despite that loss of the Aegis, still going to go in for mid. Now with the fresh Lincoln Sphere, Shadowburn does have a Force Staff. He's going to catch himself a Disruptor and the Blink forward. 3 shots. Will chop up the Ember Spirit. He will jump out of here, but the Earthshaker does not have the same luxury. He'll go down, giving up some more intelligence towards the silencer.
What a good play. They're playing really good actually, Team Taka.
This battle pushing forward is gonna once again be forced to bail out, perhaps a little bit early. Lifestealer is spotted there. There is a flare on the side. Lifestealer, I know exactly that there's someone up here. He's gonna try to go for a clockwork now.
This is not a kill. Yeah.
Oh, there's chains coming in. No, there's not actually not. Slight Yules perhaps, but no slight chains, just a little bit off of that mark. So they walk in, take a Shaker kill, walk out with the tower. Pepita was pushing this bottom lane all the while. He's looking at quite a bit of wealth for this Nature's Prophet. He's not doing too bad, but again, this Sven is the problem. And he's soon going to have a Lincoln Sphere, so that's going to be even more troubling to deal with.
Link is on Ember at least now, but there is a decent...
Stunned him on the creep wave. Hook shot.
Oh my god.
He has Yules and he has a Spirit to jump to, right? Oh no, he actually doesn't. So now he's Global Silence, now pushed back by the cogs, and dead to the tower. No, jumps out.
You can't.
The tower's still shooting him, but the regen... No, the tower actually, I guess, got dodged. You do have some invulnerability frames there if you get hit.
Oh my,
the right
I
time.
have no clue what's happening anymore.
Oh, he has another Yule set. He has backup. Leo style gets out, but actually no, maybe not good because the Lifestealer now is caught in other chains there. As the Sven is approaching inward, Stinger is going to get a stun off. A little bit more, but the Razor's here now. Bottom lane is being pushed. Stinger is going to go down eventually. They catch two in the Static Storm, glimpse back the Clockwork, which lets Pepita continue to beat down this bottom lane. Now Masha is going to try to teleport out. They do not have a way to interrupt that, but they can just right-click down this Razor perhaps, and they will try to focus him. They can't do it. This bottom tier 3 actually isn't going to drop because of Pepita's build. He does not have the extra pushing power. They will find Shadowburn and 444. Leo style actually messes up his combo, and now it's with dots. Will kill off Ayano. Where's the backup here? They will capture the Silencer in the Sprout. With the Lifestealer coming in, open wounds not even needed. They're now looking for Shadowburn up on the hill, or just looking to pick a fight with the Razor. He's losing a lot of damage though. Beast can only get you so far. And no, Pepita Sprout. Much like in the first game, the Sprout cuts both ways.
Oh my god. That was like, I have no comment on that entire fight.
Clown Fiesta.
Yeah, that was the definition. I was like, at the start it was like that play to kill the Ember, or like, you know, when they went on Ember was so good. Like, so good, but Sven didn't believe. Sven was like, I'm running to the Remnant, you know, instead of believing in his team and going just where Ember is and attacking him. He's like, he's gonna run the tower, I'm gonna kill him here. But they didn't manage to, they managed to lock him down, so Ember just ran into the tower more or less and then got out. And then like an entire sequence was, I don't know, it was pretty funny to watch.
I mean, you can kind of tell at what point Infamous were like, oh shit, get out, and then it turned to, oh shit, keep fighting, buy space and time for Pepita to keep pushing down that bottom lane. Like, they were using Glimpse to cancel the TP of Clockwork just to make sure that Pepita got more space there. They're continuing the fight. Hookshot gonna go wide. The field goes up, but there still is a Blink Lasso. They count the Lifestealer one more time with the Echo Saber. Even the Global Silence committed. They will kill him off. Split push is starting to kick in though. Lifestealer is still a big pick off here for the Taka side, but can they actually get up the high ground? Without Global Silence, Pepita gonna skip the wave. Tier 3 tower is backdoor protected. And okay, well that's a dead shaker. Leo Styles here with the Sleight of Fist. But Masha with this BKB. Not an easy kill. They're just interested in stalling right now. Pepita is going to teleport back. And they have a Static Storm. They'll capture the Sven in it. The damage though is not nearly enough because they don't have the Lifestealer, nor do they have the Echo Slam, so he barely takes any damage. Leo Styles doing what he can right now. Will still get bumped back by the cogs after the Cyclone. Glimpse was already used. And ultimately, the Tier 3 will fall, but on the dire side. The Radiance Tier 3 is still held because of that backdoor protection.
Hex picked up on Prophet at least, so that's maybe a item you can make a big play around now, and maybe even take the game. Because you have this bottom tower almost dead, and if you can just finish that off, you can kill Shrines, and then you have good road control. That's Infamous big play, definitely try to look for that. He is just running in and showing his Hex though. I do not agree with this kind of behavior.
He could have waited for another 5 seconds and Shadow Bladed the Batrider. And here's like the advantage of this kind of forced talent for the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, you don't have those extra treants, which, you know, may have been able to take down this tower before, but because you've gotten this plus 20 intelligence, your right clicks hurt all the more hard. Like, this Scythe of Vice, if you do catch a Batrider alone, you do actually have a chance of just straight killing him off. You need a couple of lightning procs. Maybe you need a Wrath of Nature to be bouncing to him as well, but this Nature's Prophet just right-click damage-wise is going to be really, really dangerous if he's able to maintain his positioning, which is, again, very difficult up against this initiation style of the Radiant. But, you know, with Shadow Blade and Scythe, never count out a Nature's Prophet.
Generally, it's about you getting the Hex off and then having your team lock him down and kill him, more than you doing the actual work. Ember is very close to Radiance, which I think is a huge turning point in this game, and I think that's probably the biggest game changer we're gonna see this game when he picks that up. Razor is also getting closer to Shivas, which is a huge item as well, but not as big, and it's further away.
Leo Style does have Relic Gold right now. Just mischance on any of these heroes is going to be absolutely incredible. The amount of counter push you'll have, the just creep clearing in general, it really does do it all here for the Ember Spear. And he's also getting quite a bit of just raw levelage. Plus 10 armor now up against the Sven. I don't know if he had that when he got jumped previously, probably didn't. But now he has it, so he's fairly durable with 23 armor. Plus, he's pushing level 25 pretty rapidly on top of that. He may not have buyback, though, if he is really interested in getting this Radiance. I'm not entirely sure if that's worth it. It may just be worth it to get the Radiance, but they'll jump in for the Lifestealer. No range again. Hammer, Echo Saber shots with God Strength. And there's a slight chains there, but that'll do pretty much nothing. Lifestealer down again. He's falling behind a lot.
Can they push with this, though? Seems hard. It's not. They creep over.
Leo Style, but there's still jump out.
Yeah. That's just bait for Prophet, more or less. He needs to get out, though. I don't think Sven has good kill potential on him. Oh, the dust from Bat. 2 seconds.
Oh, it was in his backpack because the.
Oh, he thinks he's yuking. Oh, he got him.
Out of range. No, actually did catch him. Okay, I was on the wrong guy. Apparently, now they're on to Pepita. Gotta teleport out. Desperation sets in, and they will chop down another. That is probably one of the biggest kills that they can get, because now they have free access to Roche, knowing that your side lanes are safe.
He has to buyback though, and Prophet is always scary in that regard. If you have a buyback name, you can turn a game around very fast with just buying back, killing a support early, and then snowballing the fight. The Radiance is up in about 2 seconds. 1 second, I mean.
We'll see how much counter push Leo Style
has. On him as well. Oh, this is a good rune to have. I do not like this Roche at all right now. But it seems like Infamous might just give it away, and I think that's an okay decision as well. I think they feel very strong right now, but they don't want to risk losing the game at a row.
Sean is going to be cleaned out pretty safely. No real damage taken. Bat Rider and Clockwork both running interference, and no Shaker shenanigans this time. He's kind of hiding in his base. It's going to be Aegis and Cheese for the Sven and the Razor. And that is a big pickup. And as powerful as this Radiance is on the Ember Spirit, and as much split push as they have going for them right now, it's still hard to compare the amount of damage these heroes are able to put out. And that's the armor talent working for you right there. It wasn't God Strength, obviously, but still Leo Style. Whew. Could have been in a lot of trouble if the hero nearby was the Clockwork instead of the Silencer.
Item progression for Team Taka going pretty well. The Shivas should be up very soon. I think that's something they should wait for, though. Sven also having pretty good item progression. Not sure if he wants to wait for the MKB before they do anything. I think they can do smaller things, but not high ground or anything like that until he has it.
Lifestealer's still trying to work on some net worth of his own. Has had time to pick up a Hyperstone, but Assault Cuirass still a very distant dream. No structures really taken lately for the Infamous side. Gonna jump out and still grab the Lifestealer here, and they will do just that. God Strength already prepped up. 1, 2, Wrath of Nature does come up, and he may be able to invest into something. Doesn't really have many things to invest into, though, because the Ember Spirit kind of left him.
Oh, that was kind of... I don't think anyone expected him to survive for that long, so they didn't want to help him, but it turned out he kind of uked them and survived for much longer. But I think slowly getting these towers up fine. Stinger should be out, yeah. He got low resolve. That's a big item. That's a huge item, actually.
Oh, they sniped the Radiant Courier. That's Shiva's Guard and an MKB.
Oh.
No, not MKB, just a couple of Javelins. But Shiva's Guard on the Razor is delayed.
I mean, he could honestly buy a recipe, a new recipe. I don't think that's a bad play. If he... Like, if it delays the Aegis timing, it's better to just buy the new recipe and go.
It's cheap as hell anyway, that item recipe.
Yeah. I mean, you lose like 300 gold after you sold the old recipe. It's not really that big of a deal. Ember should go up high ground and kill this tower. I don't know if he knows it's not backdoor. I don't know why it wasn't either, so I don't blame him.
They just walk right by the Clockwork. They'll root down the Sven. They'll try to chain stun him a little bit. There's a big Echo Slam here. Damage-wise, he has a BKB and a God Strike. Now just turn it around. Now the Static Storm will do nothing. Shaker's already unleashed his payload, so he will be okay to drop, but the Bat Rider's going to drive everyone else back. Now here comes the Lifestealer onto the Clockwork. He's going to try to TP out. Where's the help? He's just going to teleport out of there as Leo Style is chasing desperately after Shadow Burn. Slight chain to cancel.
That's a huge kill. He has the gem. That's the biggest kill they could have gotten, honestly. That's bigger than Svenny because he had Aegis and probably would have gotten out. That's a really good kill they got right there. Did they know he had a gem? Oh god, are they pinging?
Yeah, someone pinged it.
Yes, Prophet is looking for it, seems like. Yeah, he got it.
There we go.
That's good.
Is a great conductor.
Prophet has been doing a pretty good job of keeping himself alive so far. So preserving the gem is certainly looking pretty feasible for him. Map control, though, keeping this Bat Rider, this Clockwork, as blind as you can possibly keep them, so important. This game, though, is still, I mean, even with this Aegis, they still have the cheese as well. It doesn't seem like Taka have enough of a lead here to just start brute forcing up the high ground because of this split push by the Ember Spirit, by the Nature's Prophet. The Ember Spirit, by the way, has hit that level 25 mark, so he's got the level 25 talent. Nature's Prophet shouldn't be that far behind either. He's level 21, so got the attack speed and still is going for this DPS build, Pepita. He's very easy to kill, but man, does he do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I wonder what he should be getting something else, maybe.
Top lane, take 2 on the Sven. Static Storm again goes up. He does have a BKB, and he will just claw down that tower. Aegis still there, so he's not super concerned. In the back, though, Leo Styles driving away all the support. Global Silence is now off the board. He'll BKB TP out. The damage is really high, but it's not quite high enough. I don't know why Ember Spirit ulted himself there, but maybe getting rid of something. Either way, the Sven is going to lose the Aegis.
Oh, bottom
Everyone
lane?
else kind of left him, though. I mean, I'm not really sure why they were there with just the Sven and the Silencer. You got to have at least the Clockwork or Bat Rider there to kind of give them that initiation edge.
They were like, I think Ember was riding or something because the bottom tier 3 was taken. And I know that Team Taka has been very responsive when they see, so they always TP people home. I think that's what happened. And it's also like, it's been, I was thinking about earlier that they seem to be maybe TPing a bit too early, and it's definitely abusable for Infamous.
The Shaker, though, just stuns at a range. And of course all the other stuns, because he could land them. Force that up towards top lane, though. God Strength onto Leo Style. My god, that does a lot of damage. He even has a Shiva's Guard. He will jump away. I think the Lincoln Sphere did block that hammer in the end, but the Sven will not be able to get that kill. Stinger now. Thinking about going in.
Stinger?
What? Bro, you just saw the Sven there. He has backup coming in really quickly, but the Lifestealer, is he clipped?
He can eat.
Well, not yet. He needs the help right now. In the meantime, Masha, he doesn't have any True Sight. The Nature's Prophet has the True Sight. Oh no, Lifestealer's gonna fight his way out of there. How did he get down? I have no idea, but he's down now. The Sven, he's still unanswered. There's no split push going on right now. Everyone on Infamous are on the run. The Lifestealer will fall, and everyone else will just teleport down to the bottom lane, just try to split push. Immediately, we got the 3 response TPs.
There's way too many TPs.
There is a Lincoln Sphere here. Shadowburn is going to get chained down, pushing himself forward. He's just going to turn around, but very slowly for the Sheepstick. Is there any True Sight? There's no True Sight, so he can just Shadow Blade away. And now Leo Style is caught in a cage, but with PTT, who's trapped in here with who here? The Radiance Burn taken away, will jump out. Not really willing to risk it. Wrath of Nature almost takes him down, and now the Hammer comes in onto the Ember Spirit.
I think he's dead. Yeah, that's
his last. He doesn't have any more remnants. Another hammer we blocked. He's actually just on the run.
He's still gonna die, I think.
Shiva's Guard jump away to the right side. And he will go down to the hammer damage of Masha. Now the mass TP is coming in towards mid. as Taka desperately want to get something done structurally. Oh my god, Ayano was there.
He had an Arcane Rune, and he has the Stormhammer cooldown talent. So he stuns a lot right now. Oh no, are you serious? No way.
Stinger not dead just yet. Blink, blink! He's gonna reflect the hammer, but it doesn't matter.
The Arcane Rune. Is that just game?
Over.
No one has buyback. What?
That was a Shiva's Guard pickup on the Ember Spear. We can see how much it actually matters up against this damage of the Sven. Pita is pushing something somewhere. He's killing a shrine. Literally nobody cares on the Taka side.
He doesn't know what to do. He's like, well, we lost these tracks, so I'm just gonna kill the shrine so maybe we can get something later then. His item build is it's not really good for this kind of play that he's doing right now either. If he had like a super split push item, he could maybe be bottom right now. But unfortunately that has not been the case this game.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
And this Disruptor has had such a hard time surviving everyone really up against the Sven. No answers. It does.
Sven being beat? Well, I guess it doesn't matter much.
It does kind of seem like in this game they need to either just sheep the Sven first thing and just right click him down with everyone, or get this Aghanim Scepter up on the Disruptor. And well, for sure the Aghanim on Disruptor is not a possibility. He is just too poor. Like maybe a Basher on Lifestealer. He's going for another defensive item in the Lincoln Sphere, and these Lincoln Spheres have been doing quite a nice job for the Dire side. But man, this Ember Spirit has so much net worth, but it's nowhere compared to what the Sven is contributing. Like, he's just not even close.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their game plan should be. Its most reliable seems to be some form of rat play. Maybe not a full rat, but like force maybe the Batrider home and then you go on the Sven or Razor. But it just seems really hard. It's basically up to Earthshaker, I'd say. And maybe some
Lifestealer again in a little bit of trouble. The smoke and the jump in. There's a BKB which is going to ensure that this is in fact safe, and they will take down the Shaker at the exact same time. Lifestealer is actually still pretty healthy, but he has nowhere to run. He has no backup here either, as the Ember Spirit's just cutting the creep wave.
Nice buyback at least.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get buyback available. Leo Style is gonna deactivate that creep wave push, so they don't have they don't have the backdoor protection cancellation there, but they will still land a hammer on the Ember Spirit. He'll jump away. He'll survive.
Okay, so Prophet got some solo kill potential now with the Bloodthorn, so hopefully he can kind of force people around and maybe kill heroes like Batrider, especially with an Ember TP. I think they can kill anyone now if they do it good together. Oh, he has to be careful.
It's a Bloodthorn to deactivate.
Yeah, that's a good item
and a hammer afterwards.
Really good item choices by Sven, I think, in this game. I think that's usually what determines games when it gets to this stage, what items you want.
Shot in, he's gonna crash Pepita.
Is dead, I think. There's no way he gets out of this, right? Unless they have no detection.
They have detection. They do.
Did they?
Well, he's dead.
I mean, they didn't have detection. He fucked up.
They didn't have. God damn it.
He didn't have to die there. He could just Shadowbladed still and wait until Fog ended and run out.
And now Roche, God Strength again. Still has a little bit of extra time here. The Infamous do not have any split push going for them.
Smoking? Yeah.
This is an all-in play. Nature Prophet does have the buyback. Looks like they may get here around the perfect timing. If they stun the Sven without him popping the BKB, that would be huge, but it doesn't seem like it's actually going to happen. The Blink Dagger is canceled by the Shiva's Guard. They lose the Disruptor. He does get the Static Storm off, but it does pretty much nothing. And now with the right clicks onto the Lifestealer, Sven doesn't have anyone to worry about in the back. Doesn't have God Strength. Doesn't really matter. They hookshot back in. Pepita finally doing some damage to the Batrider. Now is going to be on the run, but there's now Gem on the clockwork. It's going to cost them a buyback on Pepita. And still this Sven is at near full HP, just charging in. That was almost great, but Stinger's ultimate, his initiation, completely cancelled by that Shiva's guard, and this
that was scarily close though. That could have been game. I think the Infamous could have won the game straight up right there with a 3-man echo if he YOLO'd. But I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have YOLO. I don't really. I think generally you want confirmation before you just blink in and press R, you know, and maybe lose the game.
Well, he took the safe route, and now he's gonna have to wait another 50 seconds before he has another chance to decide what to do. 2 racks down, that ride initiation is not on the table right now. Clockwork has the Ags.
They should be doing. They should be taking the bottom tower, not be in the one.
Shot is gonna miss completely. The Earthshaker though is gonna get force-staffed out of range of the Sven, but he still will die to something. I didn't see the right click there, but either way, Sven now sheeped up, force-staffed out. He's on the Static Storm. He has no BKB, but he does have a cheese. Leo Styles just not doing enough damage right now. They'll buy back to the Shaker now. Sven back at full HP. Does have another God Strength, though it is timing out slowly but surely. And it looks like with control, they may be able to take him down, taking fire from the tier 4s. Yeah, they will eventually kill off the Sven. That's a godlike spree ended, along with PTT, who has no mana for Force Staff. The tier 2 is still alive on the bottom lane, which prevented them from going for Megas, and that's going to be a lot more heroes down, including the Gem. It looks bad for Infamous, but the game's still not over.
There were absolutely no reason to do this. Your Backfired is dead. You haven't taken the tier 2 bottom. You're not gonna throne this lineup. What's gonna happen if you commit to a throne is that Ember and Shaker can defend this alone almost, and the Prophet and Swiftwood can take Rex at the same time. Like, you really should not be here in this position. It's just a total throw. Like, there's no reason not to take this bottom tier 2 tower at all. Like, if you take the bottom tier 2 tower, you can then siege the tier 3 relatively easily. But now you just get caught, trapped in their base, and you have no escape.
Shaker does have an Invis rune, along with that Blink Echo. Targets are few and far between. This Razor still has a double life, actually, from earlier. Sven was the one to grab the cheese. Killing him off twice is going to be damn near impossible, with Batrider just looking for an opening here. Force Staff onto the Lifestealer, maybe that opening. The Sheepstick is going to be reflected by the Echo Shell. And now Shadowburn knows the Echo Shell is there. It will wait for the timeout before he deploys that lasso. This Lifestealer does have an infest. He will use it to hit revive the creep wave. 14 seconds though. The time before Sven is back. Lifestealer needs some help here. His allies have abandoned him. He's just got to run, but the hookshot is going to catch him, and yeah, they're just going to leave him for dead. How much damage can he do here? Probably not that much, because he's actually losing all of his DPS to this Razor.
Yeah.
He's created, I guess.
Oh, bottom lane. Prophet, can you Shadow Blade before you die? Yeah, you can. Sven might think he's still there. I don't think you should abandon the next. Sven is dead for 10 seconds. If they take a fight, that 10 seconds will be crucial. And I do think that Infamous might win the game straight up, because they're gonna... Sven is not gonna buy back when he's that close to dying, and they will kill like 2 people, and then Sven will come there. But he doesn't have the backup anymore because people died. But
Prophet on top lane will be jumped. The Razor's going to teleport in. Do they have detection? They do have the dust. And Papita is sheeped up, this time not reflected. Lifestealer is going to buy out, but he has no buyback, Papita. He used it earlier.
Yeah.
The tier 2 tower is still alive on the bottom lane, so they can't go for Megas just yet.
Leo Style needs to use his money. I'm assuming he's doing it now. But he doesn't have buyback now. It's probably worth it. I think. The thing is, like I talked about, they need this bottom tier 2, right? But Leo Style is pushing it out so fast, like so far. So now they're in the same situation. Do we go for the same YOLO play, 4 versus 5? I mean, it's a lot better than last.
Sven could just kill the tower. He has a double damage rune.
Oh god.
I guess if you have the double damage rune, you might as well just end the game, right? Although you have to watch out. The smoke is there for the Earthshaker. The creep wave is being thinned. They're going to push forward with the Razor. Ember Spirit will be fine, but the Earthshaker will be initiated upon. He does not have a buyback. He just used it. And now the towers are going to start taking some serious damage. Clockwork does maintain the gem. Shiva's and a very, very short cooldown on the Sleight of Fist. Leo Styles doing what he can right now. Lincoln Sphere will be blocked. Or will block a hammer, but now it's not available to block this lasso. A couple more right clicks, Stack Storm goes up, Leo Style will go down. But, oh, the return damage on the Sven is pretty substantial. The Lifestealer does come in as well. Looking now for PTT, but his allies are falling very rapidly, none of whom have buyback. Another Infest available here for the lifesteal, but Sven is going to return. It's over. That's it. Run, man,
safe.
run.
This seems impossible. There's no way, right?
Yes, it's impossible.
God. Yeah. I mean, that was a tense game. I think both, even at the bitter end, it could have been the infamous taking the win, I feel like. That was
Oh man.
really tight game.
As much as I would love to be able to let you go right now, we're going to be going to a game 3. Team Taka, though, rather impressive play versus Infamous. Of course, that Razor advantage, I think, in that mid lane, that Sven advantage against the Nature's Prophet, like, those lane advantages for Taka took them so far in this game. Infamous putting up a hell of a fight, but in the end, like, you can only rap for so long when you don't have that push power from Nature's Prophet. So we're going to go to a game 3. Taka maybe solve their true sight problems, and then we have ourselves a real team.
It's pretty funny that, like, one time where Prophet actually couldn't survive because they have no detection. Unless they had a sentry in a place I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure I checked everything.
He's got 19 sentries on the silencer. He's learning. He's learning from the Jakiro play of Ayano in game 1. Guys, these games have been wild. I'm Mike Loris. I'm joined by Kefka, pushing into the night. At least Kefka is. So, again, he deserves your follow at Kefka Dota. Guys, we'll be right back in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere.